I want to talk about space travel. I've been reading a lot of Warhammer 40K books lately. I got it on my mind, and it looks like wow, the Imperium of Man is being kicked off already by Richard Branson. I guess that's gonna be our God Emperor. I guess, and everything that continues to imply. Yep, folks, the billionaires are bored again. Richard Branson became the first person to ride into space aboard a rocket he helped fund. The supersonic space plane developed by his company, Virgin Galactic. True. The supersonic plane made by Virgins or whatever roared into the sky over New Mexico early Sunday, carrying Branson and three fellow crewmates. Here we go. The live replay. Here they are. They're shuffling. Whoop. Now, this isn't like a full-on orbit or anything like that. I mean, I don't even know. How far up did they go? The top of the flight was more than 50 miles high. Okay, so they weren't even in proper space. What's the orbit of the orbit? Wait, hold on. Height of ISS. 250 miles. Yeah, okay, 50 miles, 250, who's counting? Okay. Anyway, why do people care? Well, there are a lot of people online who are mad about this, and a lot of them are wrong. So I'm just here to inject the correct opinions into all your brain, okay? First of all, anybody who says that space travel or NASA funding or whatever is worthless because we have problems on Earth to solve is dumb. And you shouldn't listen to them at all, actually. They're super dumb. We're very goal-oriented as a species, and the goal of breaching the gravity veil of our little blue dot is actually really effective at getting people to invent new stuff. I don't know why. I don't know why. You can't just take a scientist or an engineer and point them at like a laboratory and say, hey, invent cool stuff. It's good to have a something amazing to motivate that movement forward, which is why, I mean, there's so much technology has been motivated by the space race that we engaged in. Unfortunately, this isn't quite the same thing. As I understand it, the big push that's taking place here is not so much groundbreaking new technology and is more like finding ways to take existing technology and streamline it so it can be made commercially profitable, which is also a great motivator of technological innovation, but it's not exactly the same. The thing that really bugs me about this is like, this isn't our victory. Like, not even close. Back with the space race, I know it was framed through nationalism, which is cringe. Nationalism is cringe. It's not based, but when we walked on the moon, or when the Soviets did everything else first because they won the space race, there was a very strong, I think, collective sense of great achievement. And I think, at least from what I've seen, that this was felt the world around to some extent. Like, even if you lived in Europe, like you're not in the Soviet Union or America, hearing what we're doing, like, oh my God, the human race has done this for the first time. I don't know, it inspires people. I don't get that feeling from this, and I don't think many other people do. Maybe it's the celebritydom. Like, Lance Armstrong wasn't a celebrity before he walked on the moon. He was made a celebrity by walking on the moon. The fame and the prestige of that incident were generated. Wait, did I mean Neil? Oh, did I say Lance Armstrong? Wait, that's the bicyclist, right? Neil Armstrong. I thought you guys were green texting Lance because that's the surfs. Yeah, okay, Neil Armstrong. Okay, well, it's true. Lance Armstrong was not famous before traveling to the moon. Hasn't happened yet. Might happen. Neil Armstrong. Okay, yeah. Buzz Aldrin also, quit showing off your knowledge. We're trying to make a point here. The point that I was making was that the fame that Neil Armstrong enjoyed for the rest of his life was a product of this momentous technological marvel that we busted out. Whereas with this stuff, it feels more like, I don't know, celebrity, like, buzz generation. Like, it feels more like, like this is going to be showed on a video screen to a group of investors, like as part of a pitch to explain to them how, it doesn't seem to capture that same motive to me. And that's a problem because when we're talking about the benefits of casting ourselves off into space, they're not really immediate, you know? The only immediate benefit we get is morale. And that's kind of a really valuable thing in this era. You understand what I'm talking about, right? There's a value to that, to feeling like this is some grand achievement. And part of this is the privatization thing. It's the fact that this is being done by billionaires and their funding. And we know this is being done as part of a commercial process as opposed to like the grand achievement in and of itself. Um, there's also a lot of, how much is this actually going to trickle down to advance the technological standards here on Earth, you know? All I'm saying is this, okay? There are two futures to space travel, okay? There are two. Can we follow for please? There are two futures to space travel, okay? One of them is a future where by pooling the enormous collective resources of our planet, or at least some of the countries in our planet, we are able to slowly begin the process of building infrastructure up on other celestial bodies, the moon, Mars, whatever. And this is an unfathomably difficult prospect. But we do it collectively because we can. We do it because the process of doing it makes us stronger. And the second type of space colonization is one where everything starts commodified and off-world bases are relegated exclusively to mining and industrial contracts or like tourist spots for the ultra wealthy. And that's the feeling that I get from this. I don't like that. A lot of people, it's just a form of escapism, you know. Elon Musk wants to be the first person to fuck Mars, okay? He wants to be the first person. Now, he knows that the atmosphere and the gravity aren't right, and he knows that the silicate dust will tear you to shreds, but he does want to fuck Mars. I guess I won't kink shame, but I don't know how excited I can get over his dream. And, man, the way people talk about other planetary bodies like there's some kind of escape from the problems on Earth. What is up with that? Like, seriously, like Elon does this too. He's like, "Oh yeah, and people talk about this alongside like climate disaster here on Earth. Buddy, let me tell you, okay? Fixing the climate problems here on Earth is orders of magnitude easier than setting up and establishing real human colonies on another world, okay? What the difficulties are almost incomparably apart in terms of how relatively easy they are. In fact, compared to what it will take to build colonies on Mars, fixing Earth's climate problems is it's almost like a joke how easy it is. It's like this effortless, like okay, let's say like a fun little like a dab, basically. Like it's like a dab. It's very easy to do. But people talk about like Earth is fucked. Now we need to go to Mars. Now we need to go to Venus. Do you know what Mars and Venus are like? Do you know what these planets are like? What's wrong with Earth in terms of human habitation? We have a little bit too much CO2 in the atmosphere, and the temperature's a little bit higher than it should be. What's with Mars? Oh, well, their atmosphere is unbreathable. They are constantly bombarded with electromagnetic radiation that will roast your skin and boil your cellular DNA. The dust from Mars is hyperfine and will destroy electronic equipment. And the gravity is lower than Earth, so long-term habitation will cause destruction onto our bones and our muscles. It's cold. It's like Earth is still quite a bit easier. It's just still more our home than anywhere else. Venus is like 800 degrees, you know. It's like, and all of this is taking place in the context of wealthy people investing in ways to escape the consequences of climate change. You know about that, right? Whether we're talking space or we're talking about like them building these big like floating habitats or the bunkers or the investment in ways of navigating and surviving all the problems climate change will have, it really feels like this is just some big escapism thing. Also, I just hate Elon Musk. I hate all the Elon Musk Reddit shit. I can't do it, man. I hate it so much. They treat him like he's Tony fucking Stark. He's not. look, I'm sure he knows more about engineering than I do, okay? I'm sure, not that that's a really, really high bar to pass, but I'm sure he does. But he is he's a venture capitalist. That's what he does. He takes money and he invests in projects. He didn't found Tesla. He bought in and then he kicked all the other people out. His engineers do the work. He's not in a lab right now building a rocket ship. Okay? He goes to stock meetings. It's just but people treat him like he's Tony Stark, like he's the future of mankind. Look, if you're a huge fan of Elon Musk, you know what you should do, okay? You should intimately familiarize yourself with his higher up engineering team and celebrate them, okay? Because those guys are probably geniuses, all right? Those guys are probably the best of the best, okay? Go form a cult of personality around them, not this cringy, like, wannabe, savior of humanity, Jaden Smith ass Twitter dumb fuck shit. He's literally released a charter saying specifically Mars should be free of US law because he wants to be king of Mars. He wants to fuck Mars and he'll be the emperor and Mars will be the empress, okay? He wants Martian colonists to approach him in a grand throne room and address him, and then he says, "And you, who else?" And then they have to like kiss the Mars, and that's them kissing the empress, okay? He has elaborate sex fantasies about all of this, and I just don't care about them. I'm just not that invested in Elon Musk's orgasms. They just don't grab me the way they seem to grab so many people on Twitter and Reddit and stuff. At least SpaceX's technology is actually breaking through, partially funded by NASA and US government. To be clear, when it comes to truly revolutionary technology, there is no replacement for a well-funded NASA, okay? Trust me, nothing else comes close. You can celebrate all the subsidies and the grants that you want, but the primary business of SpaceX will always be the shareholders. The primary... Oh, wait, SpaceX is public, right? Hold on. It is, right? If it's not the shareholders, then it's still the profit mode. I just said shareholders, but yes. Owner, Elon Musk, 54% equity. Yeah, okay, public then. Yeah, okay, yeah. Wait, no? People in chat are saying no, isn't it? Yeah, he has proportional equity and voting control. It has to be. Look, whatever. It really doesn't matter to the point that I was making. I assumed it was public. It's largely irrelevant to what I'm saying. The point is, SpaceX will be driven towards profit, first and foremost. You know what NASA cares about? Okay? The people who work at NASA are savants, okay? The people who work at NASA are lunatics, all right? They don't care about making $1 billion. They don't care about personally getting to fuck Mars. They wake up and go to sleep every single day with nothing on their mind but advancing the common knowledge, okay? Oh, borderline pure research, a rare thing in this world. NASA does phenomenal work, and they should be funded, okay? Because space is cool, and NASA is cool. And not just us. This shouldn't be like a America nationalism thing. All over the world. In fact, an international space agency, like that, if we could unify, okay, it's just a truly functional one. I don't know. Let's get together, okay?